Here at the Toronto International Boat Show 2017, here with Monica Dodens.
Hi.
Monica, tell us a little bit about the Lake Ontario 300.
So, we actually take care of 3 different races. One is the LO 300, which is a 300-mile race. It's not a circumnavigation, it's a figure 8, which is around the race around the lake. It's 300 miles. The other race that we take care of is the Susan Hood, and it's 73 nautical miles, and it's the coolest race on the lake. It starts at 8 o'clock at night at the end of May, beginning of June, and goes overnight. So a lot of people will finish at 10 o'clock or sometimes even at 8 o'clock at night the following night. And the last series that we take care of, that we manage, is the LOOR series, and that's a series of 6 different races, which are only single and double-handed. So if you want to have a good time with a partner or a spouse or a friend, you can go and you race, and then you party, and then you race back again. It's a really good series.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess with the Lake Ontario Offshore Racing, are there any new developments this year that you want to highlight or anything like that?
Well, we have cruise shirts, which is a little bit different. Actually, we've done a lot of new things in the last few years. We've got the LO 600 now, which is every second year.
Okay,
and
so it's a 2-year thing.
Exactly. So every second year, you can choose to do the race again. So you finish and then you restart again. So we've done that twice already, but it's an off year this year. So we're taking a little bit of a breather with any new things.
What's the participancy like on the 600? Is that something that people are really driving towards?
Well, yeah, there's a lot. Actually, a little bit of a funny story is when we first started it, it was a solo guy, Brent Hughes, who was on our committee, and he wanted to do the 600 because as a solo racer, when you finish the 300, you just get into the groove and then you've got to stop. So he said, so it was just before Christmas, and said, why don't we do the 600? Why don't we do a 600? And everyone thought he was crazy, and we said, why don't we just fly it at the boat show and see what people say. And all of a sudden, everyone's coming up to the booths going, I hear you're doing a 600, I hear you're doing a 600. And it was a real buzz. So I think that, I can't remember exactly the numbers, sorry, but I think there's 14 people the first year and about the same the second year.
That's not bad.
And you can do it solo, you can do it double-handed, you can do it fully crewed. And yeah, there's a lot of buzz about that. You don't have to finish, so you're scored twice.
Okay.
So you're scored, you finish the 300 and you can stop, or you can continue on if you want and continue. And so I think last year half the boats who had signed up didn't finish because it was a long race. It was a very difficult race. And so they've had enough. But the rest of them went on and finished the race, and it was good. Yep.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about the sponsors that you've got for the Lake Ontario Offshore Racing. I know Drive HG is involved.
Right. Yes, so we've got Drive HG as one of our sponsors. They came on board last year, and it's been spectacular. They're really, really a good group. And it's called Humberview Group. And what they do, it's a bunch of car dealers, and they've gotten together and made an organization called Humberview Group. And they're really on board. They've made the event really exciting. They've given us a lot of value added to the race. So there's a lot more, more parties and more swag and stuff like
That's
that.
exactly what the sailing community needs. Get back to that, socializing
Absolutely.
aspect of it.
Well, I've spoken to a lot of offshore racers, and they've said to me that the race is the race. But what you do on shore is what really counts.
No, that's what makes it.
It is.
I mean, that's why Youngstown had such a long career, and the Can-Am Challenge is coming back up with that.
So anyway, Drive HG has been really good, and of course Sperry is on board. It's been quite exciting. They've been on board for a long, long time. North Sails. There's a lot, and I'm going to miss a lot of them, but those are our real main sponsors.
Awesome.
And they're all great. We love them all, and if you want to sponsor, we can more sponsors.
Absolutely. I guess just to uncover a little bit about the race. So all of these races kind of take place on Lake Ontario, and Lake Ontario has a bunch of different boats. So how are these boats kind of put together and fairly scored against each other?
Well, there's a rating system.
Okay.
And we actually, the LO 300 and the Susan Hood use 2 different rating systems.
Okay.
One is called IRC, and it's a newer system, and it's a little bit more complicated, and you should have your boat weighed and everything. But the other system that most people use is called PERF, and it's It's a performance handicap rating system, and what it does is it takes into consideration the weight of your boat, the size of your boat, the size of your sails, and there's rules to within the boat what the boats have to have, and it sort of gives it a little bit more of an even playing field. Of course, nothing's perfect in life, and there will be different conditions where different boats will do better.
Absolutely.
But the thing with the 300 or the Susan Hood, it's long enough that you're going to have all kinds of different conditions. So that's what it is.
My last question is, with the way the sailing industry is going, I guess more on like the world scale with the Volvo Ocean Race, and now I guess with the America's Cup, there's a lot of push towards like a one design. Do you think one design will ever have its own division within the Lake Ontario Offshore Racing?
Well, actually, we encourage fleets.
Okay.
So if you have 5 boats that are the same, we will put you in your own fleet.
Nice.
So we will have, like the Benettos, for example, there'll be some, and there's we're hoping to get them on. So if you know of anybody that can bring 5 boats to the race, we'll put them in their own fleet and off they go. So one design is really a wonderful way to race, as we know,
Yep.
right? It's a lot of fun. It's not going to be perfect for everybody.
Absolutely.
There's always going to be a rating system, but yeah, we do encourage that, and we'd love to have that. And we're looking at other handicaps. If new things come up, we're always open to change and doing the best for our racers.
Well, the race has been going on for quite a long time. 1989, I believe, is the first.
It's 28 years for the Sperry Cup, and it's 62 years for the Susan Hood.
Oh wow.
So it's a long time. It's got a huge. It's not a total huge history, but it's a good history, and it's been going on, and it's a lot of fun. People like it.
Great. Thanks,
Yep.
Monica.
Thank you.